Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Intentional Outlier. My name is Sheila, and in this video I'm going to be talking about how I do my cash stuffing for my sinking funds. So I've already posted a video about my January 16th paycheck and how I got the numbers and how I broke things down. So I'll link that at the end, and please go take a look at that. I've already gone to the bank and gotten all the money in the denominations that I need. So for this paycheck, currently my main focus is building back up my 1 year ahead fund, which is 24 months, or not 24, 12 months, 12 months of my monthly expenses, which include my bills and a cushion, and also my weekly spending that I give myself every month. So for my sinking funds, my goal for those is to at least contribute $1 every time I have money come into my home. So I currently have 24 different categories for my sinking funds. So I've already gotten the cash for that. And what I'll do is I'll go through and I'll add $1 to each envelope that hasn't already met its goal amount, and we'll kind of go from there. So I have the sparkly binder that has all of my trackers in it, and then I have my cash envelopes, my folders, and we'll start here. All right, so move my coffee out of the way. And let's see. Okay, so all right, the first one is my car maintenance. So this is if I need to get oil changes or any other kind of maintenance, or recently I had to replace the battery in my car. So those are examples of what I would use this money for. So I just write the date, and then how much I'm putting in, and then the balance that's in the envelope. Okay, the next one is car gas. So this is if I find myself in a situation where I have to utilize more gas than what is in my weekly allotment. So that is where this money would come into play. Okay, so, and the goal amounts, I set these based on, so some of them that are the reoccurring expenses, such as like car tabs or my insurance, I base those on what they have been in the past. So, and then which has typically, it's worked for me up to this point. And then I just make adjustments as the years go. My other tabs, that's already fully funded. So what I'm going to do for the ones that are fully funded is I'm going to take that $1 and I'm just going to set it aside, and I'll add it to one that isn't fully funded at the end. Okay, so truck maintenance, same thing. If I need to get an oil change or anything, even car fresheners, car washes, those kinds of things come out of that. So okay. Truck gas, same story. If I go over my allotted gas money for the month out of my weekly spending, then I'll dip into these ones. I set these at $100. It's actually pretty rare that I need to dip into these, which is great. But I do know that the money is there if I need it. So, and I mean, it's nice to know it's there. Okay. Okay, so the next one is property tax. This is going to be, I'm going to have to adjust some this year because, so I just paid off my mortgage back at the end of last year of 2025. So this is going to be the first year that I'm covering all of the property taxes for my house. So it's just going to be, I have an estimated amount of what that's going to be. So I set that as the goal amount and I'm just building up to it. So gradually, so that when I'll have the money set aside when those taxes are due. So, and my insurance, I pay my insurance every 6 months. I get a little bit of a discount doing it that way. Okay. And then the next one is Merriweather Sinking Fund. Merriweather is my dog. This is for, so I make her food. So she also has her weekly spending, which a lot of that will go towards some of its food, some of its treats. This is more for if she needs to go to the vet for anything or something that's a larger priced item. And also I do use this for like stocking up on the supplies that I need for her food. So let's see. Like I just bought her a bulk size of her treats that she likes. And so that money will come out of this envelope. So. So the next one is medical. Medical is if I need to pay a copay for something or, excuse me, pay for some medication, any of those kinds of expenses. Okay. And then the next one is emergency fund. So I've got a couple of different places where I build up money for emergency funds. One is my 1 year ahead fund, which is the 12 months of expenses plus spending and a cushion. And then this one just kind of, I'll set other goals for myself just to try to build that bucket up. So it kind of it breaks up the monotony and kind of tricks me into saving the money. So sometimes I need that. It also makes it more of a game. So and making it fun and having something like that in place actually, believe it or not, really does help for me personally. So again, just writing the date, how much I'm adding, and then the balance of the envelope itself. So these envelopes, I bought the folders and the envelopes online in bulk, and then I have the machine that'll cut the vinyl for the different labels. And yeah, so this year I decided to go a little bit bigger. I have in the past used the A6 size, which is, it's smaller. It's still large enough to fit the bills in, but it is smaller. It's more like this size. So you can kind of see the difference. This is my weekly spending binder for this year. This is the one that goes in my purse with me. And then I've also used just regular paper envelopes like this. it's kind of gone through phases. That's part of what keeps it fun for me, is to be able to do these, because this is kind of up my lane, or up my alley, where I can be creative and crafty while still making something that's going to help me with other goals that I have too. And so it works for me. It works. Okay, so the next category, so we're getting more into, now we're getting into ones that, these are areas where it's super easy for me to spend. So I put boundaries on myself. And if I have the money in the envelope and I want something after a cooling off period, which is usually at the minimum a couple of days, if it's a larger priced item. If I have the cash, I can buy the thing. If I don't, then I need to save the cash to buy the thing. So, okay, so the next one is pantry. Okay. Okay. After that is Costco. And then the next one is home. Home is like if I need to call a repair person out for something. So right. Okay. We have garden. Again, these are areas where I could, if I wanted to, I could do some damage. So, but I also like to have the money set aside for if I need, I don't know, some new soil or some seeds or, yeah, those types of things. Or plants. We are getting closer to the season where it's time to start planning for this next year's garden, and maybe in the next few weeks start some seeds inside. So that's exciting. Freeze dryer. This is a good example of something that I knew that I wanted, but it's a higher priced item, and so I saved money for a year. And then I paid for it basically with cash. So now I've got this category is more for any of the maintenance items that I need for that piece of equipment, or even food or candy or anything that I want to put in there to freeze dry. That's what this category is for now. Any of the accessories that go for it, any of those things. And the next one is clothes. next one after that is beauty. This is one that I just recently increased because it's kind of one of my goals this year is to be more intentional with what I do for like self-care. So this money is for like if I want to go get a manicure, a pedicure, a facial, those types of things. So yeah. Kind of just little treats for myself. So next one is entertainment. So this one is like if I want to go see a movie or go to I don't know, anything to entertain myself. I guess going to a movie or going out to eat, that's kind of those are things that I don't do very often. But if I do, this is where that money comes from. Or if I want to take a class or go do, yeah, those kinds of things. That's where this money goes. Or like, if I am buying something for myself to entertain myself, like for instance, a diamond painting or some other crafty thing. That's where this would go. Okay, so payments. Okay, the next one is gifts. So this is for birthdays, anniversaries, Mother's Day, Father's Day, those kinds of things. Okay, Amazon's the next one. Again, an area where I could, if I wanted to, I could do a lot of damage. So I set parameters around myself and I contribute to this every time money comes in, and that kind of helps keep things in check for me. So Native is the company, not sponsored, is the company that I use for my deodorant, and it's already stuffed, so I'm going to set that dollar aside. Okay, so the next one is Thanksgiving. And the next one after that is Christmas. So things that I know come up every year. I start saving all year long, so the money is there when it's time. Okay, so I do have, let's see, for the ones that I have left over, I'm going to add those to think I'm going to add those to property tax. So that way it's still getting a job and kind of giving this one just a little bit more of a boost. It all adds up very quickly. It's pretty surprising, actually. It's fun to watch. Fun to watch the money build and grow. It's like magic. All right. So that is it for my sinking funds. For this paycheck. Let's see. Okay, if you have any questions, please ask questions. I will answer them. Thank you for liking and subscribing. And please share my videos with anybody that you think could benefit from them. What I would like is for, if you have recommendations on things that you would like to see more of, or if there's anything that I can improve on, please let me know. It's important to me that I'm putting out information that people are interested in. A little bit about me, because I don't think I mentioned it at the beginning, is so I've been doing this for, and I've been on an intentional debt-free journey for over 12 years. I just recently paid off my home, my mortgage. So, but I am continuing to build up my emergency fund and my savings. So I'm still utilizing the tools that I have been using to still keep going and still reach those goals. So my goal with this channel is to share information to help others and encourage others on their own journeys. And I think it's important for us to share information and ideas, and this is a great platform for that. Yeah, again, if there's anything that you'd like me to expand on, I will. So that's it for this video. All right, thank you. I'll see you next time.